Hey everybody, it's Kimberly Eichelle here. And if you missed it live on Facebook, don't worry, I've got you covered. Part 2 with the talented comedian, actor, Mr. Barry Brewer. You are in for a treat. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Kimberly Eichelle with Talented Television. Thank you for tuning in today. We're going to give you a few minutes to get on into the room. I was so excited to have Mr. Barry Brewer with us yesterday. Wow, it was a challenge to get him on here. Not because of me, not because of Barry, but just technology in itself. So he decided he would come in again and do another video with us. If you don't know Barry Brewer, you definitely need to check him out. He is somebody to be reckoned with. You know how they say, a force to be reckoned with. So I definitely want you to check him out, follow him. Great comedian, great actor. Go back and watch the broadcast of yesterday. And hopefully you all are following Talented Television with Kimberly Eichelle. We're going to be doing some great things this year. I am honored to have had so many people come in anyhow. And who knows what's next. So keep watching. I see Barry. I'm going to go ahead and bring him into the room as you all are coming in. All righty. Hi, Barry.
Hi,
How's it going?
doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Thank you for taking time out of your day again to drop by Talented Television Live. You're my first live interview, so I am so grateful to have you. I feel very blessed. How was your day today?
It was great. My day was
Great.
great. My day working. Working on some stuff like I was telling you. Excuse my incognito. I look real like this super like.
So you got some fans on here. I don't know who's tuning in, but we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Yeah,
Huh?
saying hey to somebody I did know, recognize their name.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yes. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to hold you too long. How was that massage yesterday?
Oh, it was amazing.
Amazing. You feeling much better?
Oh yeah. I feel better. My man got me right. This dude named Mark, a little Asian guy.
So
From
we talked yesterday about quite a few things. We talked about the whole crew is stupid, but I want to talk about some of the things that you are doing as well on your end. Not as well, but just Barry Brewer right now. So let's talk about games people play. That's pretty major on BET. Tell me about that character and how it felt kind of playing him and all of those things.
Oh well, first of all, yeah, the character. He's an IT guy. He's a nerdy, kind of nerd. You know, he's from New York. He's in love with Mia, his girlfriend. He loves her. He really means well. He's like a good dude. You know what I mean? And she wants to go into. She gets a job offer in LA to be like a not a reporter, but kind of like a TMZ type of personality for this big company, like a TMZ, if you will. And her, a lot of scandal comes around her best friend, best husband, and it turns into a murder situation with her best friend's husband. And then I fly out to visit her and end up helping with the whole thing because I'm very techie. So tracing things and all of that. And she has this ex-boyfriend who's a police officer there who she used to date and who helped her out early on in her life, who's kind of trying to sneak back in, and he's helping with the investigation. So I'm a little threatened by him. You know, he's taller than me. He's not a nerd, and his beard game on strong.
And you said not so. You're not taking my girl, huh?
Not today.
Not today.
And I think Nia's a little torn, you know what I mean? Because she loves her boyfriend, her safe boyfriend, but this good dude's a good dude too, and it's a new life. She's in LA, so basically that's the show, and we found out who the murderer is. Whatever she tells him, hey, I'm with him. I tell him, and it seems like we find our way. But season 2 might take a different turn.
Well, we are definitely enjoying you. We talked about your special a little bit yesterday, Chicago, I'm Home. What was that like to go back to where you kind of started out, and grew up as a kid and everything, and to go back and do your own special?
Oh my God, that was a dream come true. Truly, it was a dream come true. When you start as a stand-up comedian, when you set out to be a comedian, that's always the goal, to be able to do your own stand-up special. And so to be able to have done that is like I said, it's truly a dream come true. I always wanted to do it where it all started, which was back home, and to do it from downtown, and just the memories of like coming from where I come from, to be able to do, two sellout shows in downtown Chicago was amazing. The feeling was overwhelming. It packed out. I had a musical performance by Molly Music.
I love my music. Oh my God. I would have been there.
He was not like it was. He was amazing, as he always is. He's an amazing performer and songwriter. So me and him became friends closer. So he came there, and man, it was just a special event. Like I just felt like I arrived as a stand-up, if you will. To be able to do it, and you set out for something to be special. I don't think you can always. I think special happens organically or something you can't control, but it was literally special. When I watch it today, I'm very proud of it. It's not often you're like, oh, I wish I could have did this, that, the third. And there is those moments, but for the most part, I'm very happy with the product I was able to put out. From the content to the subject matters to the punchlines and how well thought out. And some things came later, closer to the shoot. And
Wow.
some jokes that came on stage while I was filming that I came up with just came out, talking about relationships. So, it was a great. It's I can't it's probably one of the pinnacles of my career. Definitely, it's definitely that mark that's like, hey man, that was pretty
So,
dope.
to those who don't have it, please pick up Chicago, I'm Home. Very fun. Seriously.
Prime, free on Amazon Prime, and it's on Google Play and iTunes and Vudu and YouTube, and I think it's on Xfinity Cable. And so yes, please watch it. I believe you will enjoy it, and I would appreciate the support.
Somebody told me to ask you yesterday, when you're doing jokes about your mom, you make this face. They say, what is that face about?
All right, well, listen, I'm trying to tell you something. Listen, right here, I'm trying. All right, today not playing with you. What? All right, look at you. Look at you. That's my mom say, look at you, Kim. Ooh, you can sing, girl. Ooh,
Oh my goodness.
all right today, girl. God bless you. All right. Shut up.
I love it. I love it. You say that's her, huh?
That's my mom. All right today.
All right
I was
today.
happy she started like batting her eyes. Like if you eat something, like I call her, you eat something. Oh, is it good? Oh, shut up. What is it? Oh,
You say, "Ooh, shut up, huh?"
shut up. All right today. Not playing with you. Look at you. She say,
Yes,
oh, yeah, that's my mom. And I don't even
that's
do impressions, but I it just came out one day. I'll tell you a story about that. I was a comedian named Dominique. She's from DC. Been around, vetting the game. I was at the Comedy Union in LA and working on the set, and I was just doing my mom, like a joke about my mom, and I had never really brung my mom to the stage other than talking about her. And for whatever reason, I just start acting her out in how she is in real life. And the crowd went crazy. They were laughing. And Dominique's like, as I got finished, she's like, Barry, you got something there. You better keep doing her. That I bet, oh, that's funny. Like, and so it was like, oh wow, people think my mom really funny. Like she really does this. So like you listen to her and you'll see her do it. And every time people see her do it in real life, they just start busting up laughing. She really do it. I was like, yeah, she really do that.
So tell me, I got a few like fun questions for you. Do you cook?
Do I cook? I can cook, yes. I used to cook a lot growing up. My
Okay.
stepfather was a chef, but I used to be responsible a lot for my two younger brothers. So I've learned how to cook, from both of them, my mom and my stepdad. And so yes, I cook. I can cook. Maybe about a year ago, I made like some steak, some macaroni cheese from scratch, and
Okay.
well, yeah, I can cook though, but yeah, I just don't like to be in the kitchen personally because I was in the kitchen a lot growing up. But I prefer somebody to cook for me. But yes, I can cook.
Okay. Do you have something to teach me? We
Some,
talked about that.
some,
And I don't know if you can teach me something. That's a fun part of my show. So, do you have some type of way that you remember things? Do you have a tongue twister? What can you show me today?
when you say tongue twister, I think about this thing I can do with my lip. I can flip my top lip. I can flip my top lip. Uh, that's like when I do it. I don't know if I can teach you how to do it. It's some stupid
My
idea.
goodness.
It's
I
weird. I
love
don't
it. I
know.
love it.
It's just some.
Hidden talent
I look
everywhere.
really ugly. I really look ugly doing it, but I don't know if I
You've
can
been
teach
doing that since you were a kid, huh? Oh my God.
you.
You are silly. Oh my gosh. Just silly.
You want to try it? Come on. We got to try it.
You see this lipstick? It'll be way up here. You won't be able to talk to me. Let me see.
You're all right. You're right.
No,
You can't do it. You're right.
it won't work. It won't work.
It won't work. Okay. What can I teach you? Like in this moment,
I'll give you a few minutes.
I don't even know what how can I mean, I'm always, are you in a relate, like I can talk about, I don't know if I can teach you, but I can give you some advice or a perspective on something I may think of or see it a certain way.
Okay, give me some advice then. I want to do, because you asked about if I'm in a relationship.
Some advice then. Help me
Since you
out.
asked that question,
Tell me something. I'm trying to.
exactly. And your mama like, are you in a relationship? If I'm not, tell me what I need to let me see. How can I put this?
I got it.
Give me some relationship advice.
For a single woman, my relationship, but not knowing your situation would just be prepare for your husband, meaning, make sure you can be accountable and take constructive criticism. Make
You
sure.
think you reading?
I, I think single women need to be prepared to get out the driver's seat because they've been driving, they've been controlling the household. You know what I mean? Not saying that if your man is not good at finances and you still control it, but I'm just saying like be willing to give up the reins to allow him to lead. I think that's important. Not that you should be and this is what I will say. When I say, I think women, and not all women, but I think women have a misconception of what it means to be submissive. I think that being submissive is just not about you telling me all what to do and I gotta listen. But being submissive is understanding that my opinion matters and I'm valued. But at the end of the day, whoever I'm allowing to lead me, he has the final say in this because I'm choosing for him to be my leader. Not that he doesn't respect my thoughts and my perspective on things. He should very much so. Any great leader considers very much so what his team is saying. You know what I'm saying? A woman is very valuable to the whole world, to that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And that she's very important to that kingdom. A queen is very important to a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And any great leader very much so considers what his advisors and his queen is saying, but allowing him to understand, like, hey, he is the decision maker at the end of the day, allowing him, my boy had a great, like, 51-49%. You know what I mean? The woman 49, the man 51, to give him that 2% to be the leader, but to see how valuable she is. So that's the 2 cents I would put in, and just to prepare, man. I think that when you get in relationships and you haven't been in a relationship, people don't understand how it is to exist with somebody else. You can't be all of who you've been by yourself and think that you're going to mess with somebody. You
Okay.
know, well, that's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, okay. And if you stay in that mindset, how can you grow? You know what I mean? How can you grow? How can y'all grow together if both of you all are in that mindset? So that's just not for a woman, but for a man as well. And trying to find a middle ground that you all can meet on. You know, a relationship is truly work, and not to be scared of it, but to understand that to really to cohabitate. Is that the word? Is that
Yeah.
accurate?
To
Okay.
be able to relate together.
Cohabitate. Yeah, with someone, you have to be, open and willing to make sacrifices and try to understand that some ways that you've been about may not be wrong or right, but it may not be helpful for what you all are trying to build. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
to just be open and not to be so quick to be defensive. And just talking about this at the studio. About we had these two young ladies. It was me and my other guy. We were acting in the show, and these other two ladies. And one young lady was like, now like she was talking about she meets a lot of men. She's like, I just want a man to treat me like I'm intelligent. Anyway, what she dates is men that have these high positions. And I was sharing with her that there's a lot of shallow people in that industry, in that world. She's an entertainer, but she talks to a lot of men in corporate America. And I was sharing with her, she's like, yeah, they just treat me like I'm not smart or whatever. I was like, well, they just don't understand your industry. It's not that they probably think you're not smart, but they don't understand how that journey makes sense for you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no blueprint to how you get to where you're trying to go. It's literally you believe in something. So I was sharing with her how open is she to dating other men in better positions like a garbage man. She's like, oh, I would never date a garbage man. And I said, see,
Wow.
I see that right there. She's like, no, not saying there's nothing wrong with being a garbage man, but she said, I just don't think garbage men can talk to me intellectually, whatever. So after we started talking, I said, hey, do you think I'm intellectual? She said, yes. I said, do you think that I could talk to you on that level? She's like, yes. I said, do you think I went to college? She's like, yeah, for sure. I was like, I didn't. She's like, for real?
Damn.
I
How
said, no,
about that?
I didn't go to college. She said, what? I was like, so you got to stop allowing career choices and these things to have you to think that somebody's not intellectual or can't meet you where you are. I said, God can have your perfect man wrapped up in his man and he's a sanitation worker. And I said, they make decent money. She's like, I just have people, I go home, my mama being, I said, girl, you can't be living your life for your mama, your daddy, nobody, because it's about you being happy. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, so then I was talking to this other young lady. So it is just about relationship stuff and the perspective. And I know you think a man should be able to provide for you. Not that he needs to have a be balling, but he does need to be responsible. And if you don't have a job right now, or if you're in between jobs, that he's able to take care of you all. I think that's important. But like how much money he make and it got to be X amount of dollars, like all that becomes shallow, and you get
Yeah.
shallow people at that level when you looking for that. But the things that you were looking for wasn't nothing of no substance. So you're bothered that that's what you got. Don't plant a apple and be surprised that when it's an apple, like that's what you put in there too. It goes both ways. You want the thick girl now, and trust me, I love those. But that's not what it's about. It's about what's inside of them. You know what I mean? Like how are they adding to your life? How are they adding to your big picture, to your dreams, to your future? How do they complement that? You know what I mean? Those are very important things that after the beauty leaves and all the other stuff leaves, man, you gotta sit there and deal with the real things that matter in life. You know what I mean? And I always tell people, look at somebody you can really be friends with, because beauty and sex pass away quickly. And they only become friends. You look at an old couple, they're friends. They ain't because of how they look, it ain't because of the sex aspect of it. It's simply because the relationship that they develop. Because they end up being just good friends. They ain't doing nothing else. They taking trips. You see an old couple, they just great friends at this point. None of that other stuff matters. So those are my thoughts.
That's good stuff. That is good stuff. Definitely. A lot of the things that you said. I know my brother's friend, he actually is a sanitation worker and makes about six figures, and so
Somebody just
that's
said,
what the problem is. A lot of times people judge on the occupation without knowing the heart.
Tiffany said, send her the garbage man.
Send it a garbage man, huh?
You start.
That's very encouraging. I'm taking those words to heart. Be submissive. Basically,
But be clear on what submissive is. 4951.
49.51.
Is that bad?
No, that's not bad. That's good. I take that. I enjoy a man who leads, actually. I'm a woman, who's been in my own zone for a while. So I know exactly what you're talking about when you talk about making room for somebody else. Basically, I'm used to carrying in the groceries. I'm used to taking myself everywhere. I'm used to buying my own things. But yes, when he comes, I will be open.
You're like, I gladly allow him to do all those things.
Please pick up some bags.
My desire is that people live their life to the fullest and really live life, be fulfilled in life, man. That's what I desire for myself. And I desire that for any and everybody, man, because I think that, life is too short not to live it and to be fulfilled in it, man. So I know most people want companionship and good companionship. So I pray that them few nuggets help someone. I sure apply it to my life, and it's been helpful. So.
Absolutely. I saw me raise my hands and receive a few times. I'm like, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So you good with me, Barry Brewer. Good with me. So, yesterday we got to give the people what they want. So I have a few more questions for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you go because I know it's been a long day for you, but thank you again for dropping by with me. Let's see. Someone wanted to know, have you ever gone on a date and used that experience in your comedy routine?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, I have been on a date and definitely used that experience to my comedy. But I was never, told a name or nothing like that. But definitely, I live my life on the stage. Now I know people like, don't do that. Yeah. I hate when people just be randomly doing something. You don't do it on stage. And man, I am not going to do it on stage that you tripped over.
They trying to give you stuff to do on stage.
Hey, you do this, you ain't got to pay me nothing. I'm not going to use it. I don't need to pay you for it.
No, I'm not, because you'll be back talking about I need you to pay me for it.
Exactly.
You're a busy man with a lot of stuff on your plate. So when you're finally able to relax, what do you enjoy doing?
Massages.
Okay.
I am a man that gets massages for real. Now I know happy ending type of stuff, but a real therapeutic massage that gets my muscles. And I don't know if it started with my mother because I used to massage my mom. My mom used to do customer service and telemarketing, so she's type, and she used to always have knots in her back. So since I was like a kid, like 6 years old, I was massaging my mom's back. So I guess early on I was more open to massages because and I played sports too, which opened me up to, massaging. So as an adult, man, that is definitely something I do for relaxation, and it's such a helpful for your immune system, for the blood flow, circulation, for a lot of different things. So I definitely get massages, and I'm grateful. Like I said, I had a massage therapist. I have two like that I go to. I just found this guy out here, but I have a young lady named Sang Penn in LA, and this guy named Jamal. And my new friend, she's really dope because she lives in Dallas. She's super dope. She's like one of my tops, but she doesn't live. I got a massage from her when I was in Houston. But yeah, like I get massages. The point. That and massages, sleep. My massages and sleep is what I do to relax, or just sit back and watch a comedy, some old Martin or Jamie Foxx, or some stand up comedy. I love watching stand up still. I've been holding back. I haven't saw Deion Cole's new special on Netflix, so I've been waiting to watch that.
I got two more things for you, and I'm gonna let you go, Barry, because I see you winding down. You ready for that relaxation mode?
Take your time.
No. I know I'm good, but I want you to be good because you have a lot of stuff going on. First of all, you inspired me to wear my dream shirt today. I know you can't really see it, but I got my dream on because I'm still dreaming. I am still dreaming. knowing that one day I'm going to make it just like you have. And I know there's even more to go, but thank you for being an inspiration. Now I have a treat for you. You ready?
Ready.
Close your eyes. No, I'm joking. Open your eyes.
Oh my God. Wow, that's my first movie.
Barry Brewer, everybody, let me put it where maybe they can pick it up. The parking lot. Yes, indeed. So I think I owe you some type of, you told me not to give you no sympathy apology yesterday or sympathy, to let it go. Y'all have to go back for those that didn't watch it. So I do owe you an apology in front of everyone, Barry Brewer, and I needed to give it to you. Look at you soaking it in. Soak it all in. I apologize because look at this.
Wow, I did send it to you and I signed it.
You signed it. I had to go through my things last night and I pulled it out and I said, oh my goodness, I stand corrected. You're the first to correct me. Look, wink, wink. Barry, thank you so much for your time today and on yesterday throughout all the trials with technology and everything that was going on. You stood there as a true friend, and I really appreciate you, and I always will. I want to say thank you to everyone who has watched on yesterday and today. Thank you for tuning in. If you don't know Barry Brewer, you know him now. You need to go pick up his movie. His comedy special. You need to watch him on Games People Play. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook and everywhere else. Barry Brewer, thank you so much
for having me, Kimberly. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
We're supposed to be singing before. You gonna sing? Are you gonna sing or not?
Yeah.
I got music coming out, so stay tuned. That's all good.
Yes, you have new music coming out, and I will have music coming out soon as well. I actually wasn't feeling good today, but I wasn't going to miss this for anything in the world. Like I said, you're one of my favorite people, and I just wanted to have a little more time with you, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Anytime. I promise you, and we'll do it again.
Awesome.
Thank you. You feel better. I didn't know you weren't feeling well. Could have fooled me.
Yes, that's my acting skills. Just let everybody know if they're looking for I'm out here. God bless you, Barry. Take care. All righty. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.